If you're reading this, you've probably survived the global COVID pandemic. Unless you're undead, which would be cool, but that's probably a different virus. Anyway, maybe you're curious about how the dudes handled it. Well, of course, the first thing we did was identify it. "Hey Nate, what's that word for when it's the future and everything has gone wrong?" Ryan asked. "Dyspepsia?" guessed Devin. "You mean dystopia," corrected Nate. "Right," said Ryan. "I think we've got a dystopia on our hands." "How do you figure that?" I asked. "Well, the news is full of riots, schools are closed, and hospitals are overwhelmed. It's like this movie we watched with Dad one time." "Yeah," Connor jumped in, literally, from the climber onto the cargo net, making the rest of us bounce. We were hanging out, like always, on the elementary school playground, which is right behind Ryan and Connor's house. "In the movie, there was this scientist," Connor said, interrupting his brother as usual. "And the government wouldn't listen till the army got destroyed. Then the president's blood got drained, and it was too late to stop the vampires." Said Nate thoughtfully. "There are no reports of neck bites on COVID victims." "Yeah, it's probably not that kind of movie," Devin said, disappointed. "It's not a movie at all," I reminded him with a shiver. It was spring, barely, but the day was gray and cold. A chill wind blew dust devils off the unused soccer field. "Think about it, guys," Ryan insisted. "People are carrying around weapons or holed up in their houses. The stores are out of stuff and people are hoarding supplies. The death count is rising, and everybody disagrees about what's the best thing to do." "It's the breakdown of psychiatry," wailed Devin. "You mean society," Nate corrected. "Do I?" Devin asked, cocking his head like a confused bird. We had time to meet up and discuss it because they sent us home from school a week ago. And that was the biggest clue, because schools definitely wouldn't close unless it was something serious like a nuclear attack, a teacher strike, or apparently a global pandemic. The dudes were pretty well versed in school protocols for normal emergencies: fire, earthquake, active shooter, but none of those involve leaving school and just not coming back. "I left 6 sandwiches in my locker," Connor lamented. And a normal emergency wouldn't involve all the schools everywhere. From what they said on the news, schools were closed all over the world. "I agree with Ryan," I said. "This is the kind of thing that could lead to sending an Aaaagh into space or staging the Hunger Games. For instance, only in a dystopia would the after-school camps and daycares shut down, leaving the playground to bored middle schoolers like us. That is, until Ms. Nero, the playground monitor, showed up with a roll of hazard tape and her disaster area cones, the ones she uses when someone vomits or drips blood on school property. "The playground is closed," she told us, in a voice muffled by the bandana over her face. "Go home until the pandemic is over." She said that like it would be over, maybe in a couple days or a couple weeks. That's what everybody thought back then. Things were pretty dark at home, too. Mom's office had closed, just like the schools. But weirdly, she wasn't doing her usual weekend routine of handing out chores, picking up clutter, and correcting Dad's laundry mistakes. Instead, she just sat on the couch, staring at the all-news channel on TV. And she was the one who had turned it on, too. In fact, the remote was still clutched in her white-knuckled hand. Mom hates screen time, but now she couldn't look away as the newscaster updated the case count for each state. Her lips moved silently as she read the scroll at the bottom of the screen about the shortage of N95 masks. There were no vaccines and no working treatments. People right here in America were dying, no matter how much they paid the doctors. And scientists were talking about herd immunity like the disease was a hungry predator stalking its prey.